The ScriptManager and UpdatePanel controls enable you to add AJAX functionality to your pages automatically, without needing to write any JavaScript code. To begin this lesson, open the StableBase project from your Sample Files folder. ASP.NET's AJAX controls use JavaScript code to enable a page to post back without refreshing. In previous versions of ASP.NET, the JavaScript code that is used for AJAX was automatically generated by the AJAX controls. The problem with this is that web browsers were unable to keep a cached copy of the AJAX JavaScript files, making pages slower to load. In ASP.NET 4.5, the JavaScript code that is used for AJAX has been placed in separate files, allowing browsers to cache them. These files can be found in the Scripts Web Forms folder. These files are automatically included in every new ASP.NET 4.5 Web Forms application project. The problem with this new functionality is that you must include these files in order for the AJAX controls to work properly. The AJAX files are automatically included in the site.master page that is included in every new project. But you may encounter problems if you are trying to upgrade older projects to use ASP.NET 4.5. If you are upgrading an older project, the best approach is probably to create a new project first, and then copy the files from the older project into it. This will ensure that all of the new features are supported. Open site.master in Design View now. You can see that a ScriptManager control is present at the top of the page. Because a ScriptManager control is present on this master page, it will be available on every page that uses this master page. This ScriptManager control is automatically included in the default master page for all new ASP.NET 4.5 Web Forms application projects. The ScriptManager control automatically generates JavaScript code to enable AJAX functionality. A ScriptManager control needs to be present on the page in order for the UpdatePanel control to work. The ScriptManager control can be found in the AJAX Extensions category of the toolbox. Next, open default.aspx in Design View. This page contains a simple label control that displays news items. You made this page functional in Lesson 9.2. Add an UpdatePanel control to the page just before the label control. You'll find it in the AJAX Extensions category of the toolbox. The UpdatePanel control creates an area of the page that can be updated using AJAX, without refreshing the page. Along with the ScriptManager and UpdatePanel controls, you will notice a few others. The ScriptManager proxy control is only needed when a ScriptManager control exists in the master page, as only one ScriptManager control may exist on each page. By adding a ScriptManager proxy control, you can create a ScriptManager control with different settings, even if the page uses a master page that contains a ScriptManager control. The timer control enables you to set up scheduled automatic updates. You will use the timer control in Lesson 9.5. The Update Progress control appears when an Update Panel control is in the process of updating. This is useful to display a "Please wait" message if the update may take some time. Set the ID property of your new Update Panel control now to Update Panel News. Now move the Label News control inside the Update panel. To do this, first click Label News to select it, then click and drag the Label News control into the box that marks the Update Panel control. Now that the Label News control is inside the Update Panel control, it is possible for it to be updated without refreshing the page. Next, add a button control just after the label control. Set the ID property of the new button control to Button Update News, and set the text property of the control to Update News. Now add a click event handler to the new button, and add the following code to the new event handler. Using stable-base data context, data equals new stable-base data context, var news items equals data.news.select news lambda news.newsText label news.text equals an empty string for each string news item in news items label news.text plus equals news item plus an HTML break tag. This code will retrieve the latest news items from the database and display them in the Label News control. At present, the page uses a web service to display the initial news items and then a postback to update them when the button is clicked. While the page works correctly, it would be more streamlined if it used AJAX to update the news items without a postback. The Update Panel control can automatically implement AJAX, but it will not be able to do this until you set its Triggers property. You will add a trigger to your Update Panel control in the next lesson. That's Lesson 9.4. Close Visual Studio now, saving your changes if prompted. You've now completed Lesson 9.3. Create ScriptManager and Update Panel controls.